is about 3 seconds behind these. Oh, trouble.
Championship leader. Jimmie Johnson has tagged the wall. That'll bring out the caution.
More than tagged the wall, perhaps.
Yes, sir. Blew up here, finished 36th a year ago.
He's knocked the fuel pump off the car and has some fire under it. I hope they're looking under the car. There you go.
There's fire underneath the hood.
Trying to get the hood pins out so they can raise the hood. It's probably a little warm. Burns.
Guys, they told Jimmie, lean in the window. Chad Knaus ran out on the pit lane, pulled the window net down, and yelled at Jimmie, get out. The car is on fire underneath. He went to the aid of his driver and now has Jimmie on the pit lane wall.
Scary moment for Jimmie Johnson. The team has had a tough weekend. Failed to make a qualifying attempt here yesterday when they couldn't get their car through inspection. Came in as the championship leader, but their day will end early. Johnson looks to be okay, just very frustrated. He takes a seat on the pit wall. It's Chad Knaus, his crew chief. Chad clearly wants a moment for his driver to regain his composure and catch his breath.
Well, he's being me as we speak.
Yeah, he's being me driving that race car.
Yes, he is.
Man, he's feeling it, too. This is where you really start taking everything in. 2 laps to go. And you're saying to yourself, I can't believe I may win this thing.
Lap and a half. Kenseth. Car back now.
A little over 2 3/4 from Johnson back to Matt Kenseth.
Jimmie around and off of turn 4. White flag is in the air at Indianapolis. 1 lap to go at the Brickyard. One of his idols, Rick Mears, won here 4 times. His teammate Jeff Gordon, 4-time winner here. Started the season by winning the Daytona 500 without his crew chief. Now trying to take his car and his team to victory lane at Indianapolis. And hold on to the championship standings, which he won't even think about for probably a day and a half.
What an unbelievable...
Caution is out. Check that. Caution is not out yet. There's a crash on the backstretch.
Looks like Robbie Gordon and Greg Biffle got together.
Still the white flag is out. Johnson off of turn 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Jimmie Johnson from California wins at Indianapolis, and the caution is out. The race is over. There are 15 scoring loops around the track. They will determine the final positions. Jimmie Johnson has won.
Hit the wall pretty hard.
And you just say to him, as long as he doesn't blow this tire out, he may have a shot. But no, he just cut right into it and just slammed across the wall. And the points.
Okay, Jimmie?
Yeah, this is a hard lick for Jimmie. He had a hard lick 2 weeks ago at Chicago. He jumps right out. That's a good sign.
Jimmie Johnson, 7th in the point standings. He is the reigning NASCAR Nextel Cup champion. He gets out of the car, but the car is ablaze here, and here come the safety crew.
Yeah, it's a really smart decision on Jimmie Johnson. He knew the car was on fire. He jumped out. But, guys, this is the problem you have when the pit crew doesn't fix the car the way it needed to be fixed. You know, they did the best job they possibly could. You take a look at his wife. She's calm. She knows her husband's out of the car. That's something, as a wife, it's got to be killing you. You're really concerned. But Jimmie looks good right now.
On the radio. Now watch the middle of the screen coming down the back straightaway, the 48 of Jimmie Johnson.
Yeah, we didn't see any smoke till we got to the end of the straightaway. It just instantly cuts this tire. You see it blow out and all the pieces of rubber start flying everywhere. No control of this. So you just have to lock it down and ride it to the fence.
Folks, let me tell you the bad part about this. That tire blew out at the highest part of speed at the racetrack, close to 207 miles per hour. He blows that left front off, head on in the wall. And
you
it's
see
just
winning that down while he was still wrecking right there. It's up against the wall.
Oh, that's a hard hit. Again, thank gosh for the soft wall, Jerry. We've had 3 bad wrecks. Ryan Newman, J.J. Yelly in practice, and now Jimmie Johnson this hard. And yes, and he said, you saw the window net come down. Good indication he's okay.
The safer barrier.
Have with this race car and race team is we see Jimmie Johnson really using up all the racetrack, just driving this race car for everything it's worth.
Last time by, they were almost equal on lap times.
And as you said, DJ, the longer they run in previous runs, the better Carl Edwards' car gets.
And the problem is that as Carl closes in here just a little bit, as he gets closer, then Jimmie has to make sure that he hits his mark, because one slip can cost him the race then.
He's only got a lap and a half to hold him off, because they're going to get the white flag this time by.
Jimmie Johnson's got 4 more corners to hit right here.
4 left turns away from the lion's share of a $9.6 million purse.
Well, he was about perfect with that corner right there.
So was Carl Edwards.
Johnson looked like he got through that corner and off of that corner really well, not to let Carl get a good run on him down the backstretch.
That was real critical, because this long straightaway right here could decide it.
4 hours ago, over 250,000 fans asked themselves, who will it be? Who will win the Allstate 400 in 2008? They all had different answers.
Another perfect corner. Jimmie Johnson did a great job there. His crew, congratulations. Just a fantastic job.
Out of turn 4 and 2-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion, Jimmie Johnson becomes a 2-time winner at the Brickyard. Edwards, Hamlin, Sadler.
Jeff Gordon worked his way back into the top 5. H.A. Allmendinger with a 10th place finish. Great run for him.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. finishes 12th.
Man, that's all there is to it. Thank you, boys.
What a great team effort by this Lowe's team.
I think maybe they've hit their stride getting ready for this chase.
You guys talked about it. You said that Jimmie Johnson is a second-half driver. We saw it a year ago, and we're seeing it here today. There's his teammate, Jeff Gordon, riding up alongside to congratulate Jimmie as a 2-time winner here at Indianapolis. Let's go down.
Okay, that's turn 1. We'll see turn 2. That's where Mark Martin's been able to gain a little bit on Jimmie Johnson. Let's see if he can do that on the exit. See, he can get back to the throttle hard right there.
Well, that was a good
Here he comes.
exit. Nice run right here.
Here comes Martin on the outside. Does he have enough oomph? Johnson now able to pull him by still a couple of car lengths.
He's going to have one more shot at that place. See if he can get a little closer to him as they get in turn 2.
Well, he sure got Jimmie worried looking in that mirror.
Yes, he does.
Coming out of turn 4 for the white flag this time, and Mark Martin will have one more shot in the south end of the racetrack. Jimmie knows he needs to get all he can get here on this front straightaway. Look at him moving from inside to outside. White flag.
Jimmie's doing everything he can to keep him back there, not letting him get too close to the bumper. He doesn't want to get him the opportunity to get him loose. Here's Mark Spot coming up. Got one more run at him.
This time down the back straightaway, Jimmie Johnson stays in the middle of the racetrack and will pull him by a couple of car lengths. 2 turns away from the checkered flag. Turn 3.
Well, Martin just needs a couple of car lengths to try to loosen him up.
Man, he drove it hard in there and out of that corner. That's why Jimmie Johnson's a champion right there, folks.
Out of turn 4, headed for the checkered flag, and 3-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion Jimmie Johnson becomes a 3-time winner at the Brickyard 400.
First time anybody's ever won it back-to-back.
Yes,
Stewart gets Biffle there at the end.
awesome, dude. You are absolutely incredible. Just incredible. Never had it.
as indeed he comes down the front straightaway and sees the white flag. Final lap is underway for the leader in Indianapolis.
Such a tremendous feeling to know that you and your team have put it all together. You show up for the big races, you know you have one chance a year to get it all done, Andy, and this team is there.
They've executed well all day long. It's paying off here on this last lap. One thing I love about Jimmie Johnson, though, is it never gets old. It'll be just like he won his first Brickyard race.
Johnson said you come through the tunnel and history starts talking to you, and he's so happy to have had 3 special moments for himself at this track. Said, I hope to have a 4th. His hero, Rick Mears, won the Indianapolis 500 4 times. They've got something to talk about. As Johnson clears the final corner and the checkered flag is in the air. A 4th win in the Brickyard 400 to Jimmie Johnson. A 4.7-second margin of victory over Kyle Busch. You see the cars as they come across the finish line at the top of your screen, including a tight squeeze.
I'll let you call that one.
Between Almirola and Smith for 18th.
Boys, ready to kiss the bricks. Nice job, boys.
Vince, they led 99 of the 160 laps today, and they are going to kiss the bricks together for a 4th time.
Keselowski strong.
Jimmie said it was blowing up, Rick.
Keselowski makes the pass. He's in front of the 5, but not completely cleared it. Here comes the 48 to the inside. The 48 still smoking. 3 wide for the lead as they enter turn 3. Brad Keselowski on the outside. Around goes the 48. The 48 blows up and into the wall and goes. The caution comes out again.
Harding topside, and they're lined up 2 and 3 wide behind. Further back, Jimmie Johnson. 3 wide to the inside. Johnson goes around hard into the wall. Kurt Busch is there. Paul Menard is involved. Others are trying to avoid Jimmie Johnson, whose playoff hopes have just ended here at lap 104 in the Brickyard 400.
Yep.
Just at the stage. It's going to take more than points.
You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just curious why we were in that position.
There you have it. Jimmie Johnson was down at the bottom of the racetrack, and there was a lot of competition for the position he had. But look at the side of that race car. And we heard it too. That car destroyed. Coming through 1 and 2. Again, Jimmie Johnson was running in the 7th position.
Well, let's take a look here and see why Jimmie was in the position he was in. There he is on the inside, making up ground here, trying to draft their 3 wide right there. And I don't know, Jimmie just doesn't think he had enough room down here. His teammate very tight on his door. That was the Byron car, but I don't know if Jimmie knew they were 3 wide. We've seen it already at one time over there today with Eric Jones. The car's losing a ton of side force when they get really close together in turn 2. Just sucked the 48 car right around.
Yeah, the one car, Kurt Busch, he just had some issues and just got up the racetrack, and that allowed both of these guys to get underneath them. And you said it. I mean, when you get underneath somebody like that, it's easy to get the air taken off of your spoiler, and just around they went, 3 wide. Just normally doesn't work very well at Indy. It's just not a wide racetrack, enough groove. Well, what do? Jimmie Johnson's got to push. He's got to make something happen, riding along.
Out there.
See the view he has.
Still 2.
Oh, he's been told 2. The whole time he's been told 2. He's got a spotter.
Yeah, he knows he's got 2 guys out there if he's listening to the spotter. But the 24 just gave him no room. And I don't know if William could have gave him more room or not, but there just wasn't any room.
When you've got a guy underneath you and a guy on the outside of you, the only reference you really have is the car underneath you. That's the one you can see, so you try to get as close to him as you can. Because the guy on the outside might be right on you as a right along line.